What is up, guys? My name is Weston, and welcome back to Weather with Weston, the YouTube channel. Today, I will be giving y'all an active forecast of what could happen April 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So let's get right into it. Today, we're looking at a enhanced risk for severe weather with a 10% hashed tornado risk. As you can see with this curved line, it has already started, and I'm sorry for that. I was kind of late, but here it is. So it's already started. As you can see, these storms are just now making it into the 10% hashed rating. So if these storms stay isolated, they have the potential to produce an EF2, possibly an EF3. I do not see an EF4 being likely. But yeah, let's get into tomorrow's outlook for April 4th. Moderate day. They're already predicting a 15% hash tornado risk. This is going to be possibly another major tornado outbreak like we had May 2nd. If these storms stay isolated and these supercells are spinning, this will be a major tornado outbreak. If you live in southeastern Oklahoma, northeastern Texas, all the way up from southwestern Arkansas all the way up into north central Arkansas, you need to be weather aware. This is a major outbreak. It could be upgraded to a high risk day. We will, if it does get upgraded to a high risk day, we will have 3 high risk days within 3 weeks. That's crazy. I have never seen anything like that. It's just because right here in Dixie Alley in Oklahoma, I mean, it's Tornado Alley. We haven't hit our peak yet, but it feels like it. It really does feel like it. This area is warm enough, and the Gulf of America's moisture is shooting up into this part so fast, and so much moisture is getting shoot up into here that every day is pretty much prime for severe weather. But yeah, major tornado outbreak for April 4th. Wind risk is large, but it's nothing to be afraid of. Hail risk, also large, but we have two main highlighted spots here. Um, Southeastern Oklahoma, northeastern Texas, southwestern Arkansas. That's our main risk right now for hail. As you can see, it's hashed, which means there is a 10% greater of a hailstone being an inch in diameter. And again, you see that hashed risk down here in Texas. Yeah, that's going to be the categorical. I do, I do see them upgrading this to a high risk right here in Oklahoma. Very, very small high risk, but I do believe that it will be upgraded in this area in the middle part of this moderate risk. It's likely. I see it happening, but it's not up to me. So that's all I'm going to say. Um, let's look at Friday or April 6th, April 5th, April 5th. Um, let's look at April 5th. So as you can see, you have a large enhanced risk. I also do see this getting upgraded to moderate tomorrow, possibly high on the day that this happens. There is a lot of moisture getting shot up into this area. There's a lot of air instability and a lot of shear. I do see us having another tornado outbreak Friday. I mean, not Friday, Saturday, possibly into Sunday. Saturday into Sunday. This could be another major outbreak day. So if you are in this area, stay weather aware for just this whole week. This whole week has been crazy. Do not expect. I don't know what to say here. Expect anything. That's all I gotta say. Expect anything. If you live in this area, expect anything. Expect a tornado, expect severe winds, expect a large hail. You have to be prepared for all three of those circumstances. Um, I mean, that's just the way it is. So don't be scared, be prepared. And you need to be prepared for the next few systems that are coming through. Let's get to the GFS model. So the GFS model right now, if I go back all the way to Thursday, that's today. As you can see, we have rain moving all the way up into here. You have isolated supercells right here. Um, this is Friday morning. As you can see, you have isolated thunderstorms. I don't think this is going to be anything for Oklahoma. I don't think there's going to be any risk for Oklahoma. I don't think it's going to be warm enough. I do see the moisture being there. I think we're going to get a lot of rain. I just think this increases the flood risk for Oklahoma. So if you live in Oklahoma or North Texas, be prepared to have a little bit of flooding. I'm not saying a major risk, but be prepared for a little bit of flooding. As you can see, they stay isolated, more rain in Oklahoma, and you get these isolated supercells. Go to this one. Isolated supercells down here in Texas and right here in Oklahoma. That's when they do believe that these storms will be rotating and have enough energy and potential to produce a tornado, maybe even a large too long track tornado. As you can see, it forms a line, but we saw this yesterday or April 2nd. They did form a line, but that was on the back side of the storm. If the front side of the storm stays isolated, it still could produce a major tornado. So watch out for that. Um, and you still see individual supercells down in here. These also very well could be spinning and produce a tornado. So be weather aware down here. Still producing a line of supercells. I say supercells, just a line of severe thunderstorms. As you can see, there's inflow notch there, kind of a hook there. So they are, at least I'm seeing that these storms could produce QLCS tornadoes. If you don't know what that is, they're quick spin ups along the front line of a long line of supercells or thunderstorms. So be prepared if you live in this area. As you can see, the line continues to go, and you still have a little bit of isolation with these storms down in here. They start to split up a little bit. I do see a threat here if they start to cut each other off and they decide to become isolated. I keep saying isolated, but that's the main thing. If these stay isolated, that is your main risk. That's when it gets, I wouldn't say scary, but that's when it gets hairy. That's when you need to be aware. And you still need to be aware when they're aligned because you have severe winds and possibly large hail. So, yeah. As you can see, just a big clump of thunderstorms, and we keep going into Saturday, and here we go. I mean, you see isolated thunderstorm there, big line of thunderstorm here. It's so far out that this could be inaccurate. But yeah, I just watch out for that. I think that's going to be it for y'all today. But yeah, don't be scared. Be prepared over the next few days. If you live in southwest, southeastern Oklahoma, northeastern Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, possibly Georgia, and Florida in Dixie Alley, you need to be aware of what's going around you, and you need to have a way to receive warnings. I think that's going to be it for me today. I may talk to y'all later on tomorrow. We will see how that works out. But I think that's going to be it. All right, I'll see y'all.